So I hope you guys like it. This one's called Popular Girl. Picture this. That feeling of love you get in the pit of your stomach, a soft, intimate kiss initiates butterflies pressed in the book of Valentine's. Now imagine that feeling, butterflies and all, traveling up your throat, past the back of your mouth, and out through your nose and teeth. Gee, this popular girl must be so beautiful that she takes me to a place where love comes out of my face and splashes onto the floor. I'm sorry, that's not love. That's vomit. She makes me sick, physically sick, a virus embedded deep inside of a lost princess with orange skin, dyed hair, and a thick cover of makeup caked over clogged, gasping flesh. She's the definition of a poser, a woman who wishes she was a girl, giving birth to a girl who wishes she was a woman. And I'm sorry, baby, but no amount of PA-announced cigarette breaks will make you any more of an adult or any less of a wannabe. And I know this audience has met her, and I know this audience can't stand her, and I know you and I can agree upon this whiny, bratty, artificially beautiful, popular girl. She's loud and obnoxious, sporting the trend of whoever is closest. She wants to be just like you, or you, or you, or you, or me, but she'll never be free. Trapped inside of a box she built for herself. But listen up, guys, because this is where it gets tricky. You see, she's a self-proclaimed punk rock, socially conscious, thugged-out goth girl who will sport the latest indie rock band bumper sticker but still acting like she'll represent her hood to the fullest. She's a white girl who wishes she was black because she thinks that would somehow make her more real. Or she's a black girl who wishes she was white because she fails to be proud of who she is, when the bottom line is that she's a monster with a face only beautiful on mute. She wants to be beautiful, making herself hideous. But listen up, guys, because I'm pretty sure this popular girl wants nothing more than to be accepted, rejected, close to dead with a left fist full of blessed kids and a right palm supporting a wet dish with half-eaten breakfast splattered across. She's a fake and a phony, taking her only display of her ponies and breaking their stony statements of hokey matching berets and coffee or shaved heads as trophies. She takes her friends and replaces them with cardboard people, pretending to represent some real hardcore evil. Now she's typing without a backspace, fighting to win a sack race. She's running her mouth like an engine, vroom vroom, and here she comes around the corner with the cheers of thousands but the support of none. See, she doesn't know how to shift gears or hit brakes, and we all know that she's a high-speed collision waiting to happen. Best case scenario, she hits a bale of hay, hoping to be alive at the finish, with all of us front row, leaning forward, really hoping for that giant explosion, that big fiery car wreck, because after all, that's the only reason we come to these races. Now, she wants to be a rapper without knowing that hip-hop is art. And she wants to be punk without knowing that punk rock is art. And she wants to be an artist without knowing that art is about individuality, being yourself, not popular. See, I'm pretty sure popularity will only get you to the starting line. And honey, I don't think you've got what it takes to race. I was supposed to be performing with a young man named Jackson. We go around as the Michael Jackson Experience. My name is Michael. So he couldn't make it. He plays guitar and a little hand drum thing. I'm going to do an a cappella version of the song we do. It's called Locked Doors. Locked doors, locked cars, locked safes in danger, and locked hearts. The knife's dull. The rock sharp, the popcorn got off to a hot start, and next thing you know is it's burning charred, and all you have left is your word and scars. Locked doors, locked cars, locked safes in danger and locked hearts. Smiles and pity bumps, iffy days, it's all the same to the city scum. Lift me up and away from hypocrisy. Let me just stay in the colony. Front of frontal content and interest. When in reality I'm backed up with sickness. When's the family gonna get out of the business? And when's the cops gonna stop being piglets? And when's the future gonna look a little brighter to the children in the fire who can't wait to be a lawyer? And when's the peace gonna start being whole? And when's the gray gonna start seeing gold? And when's the end gonna get out of the wording? When's the death gonna run away with murder? I'm so sick of riding my dividing line. If the cops defend the cops, one or the other, but in reality, I'm uncomfortable with what I tend to see. I love hip-hop, but is it protecting me? Am I really just a spawn to the school district? Are their actions really up in my best interest? Am I just another sucker for a cute girl? Am I just another poet with a few words? Either way, I like to think I stay conscious. No meat, no slaves or sweatshops. But it's too bad we don't all get the option to live life according to our conscience. Stop stepping on the poor, do your damn job, and stop tricking me to thinking y'all are bad dogs. Locked doors, locked cars, locked safes in danger and locked hearts. The knife's dull, the rock's sharp. The popcorn got off to a hot start, and next thing you know is it's burning charred, and all you have left is your word and scars. Locked doors, locked cars, locked safes in danger and locked hearts. We get one more piece for you guys. One more piece, and this one I think I have memorized. If I don't, I got the trusty notebook. So we're gonna try this out. It's called Time Signature. Now I play my snare drum like a pro, don't you know? Tap, 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 tap. The love conducts the tempo at a pace just fast enough to keep me on my shell toes, while your symphony builds and builds and builds. Crash! Damn, your beautiful melody. Unfortunately, I don't know how to write lyrics to you, since I take my spot in the percussion section, keeping the heartbeat. It's important, I know, but sometimes I just wish, just once, I could write something as beautiful as you. I swallow words with the ease of razor blade chewables and function solely as a soul's function, patrolling every piece of your frame as if inspecting for some impossible imperfection, lost in shivering room temperature when naked flesh feels the sting of pleasure. I write piano pieces on your back with my fingertips playing the black keys and the breathing steadily enough to be the rhythm and the composition. And for every piece of I effing love you, there is a follow-up harmony singing, please don't leave me, please don't leave me. Because behind each line of structured composure and confidence, I'm muttering a million little notes of sloppily played insecurity. It's like when you put the four body part harmony together with the beauty marksmanship of a seasoned horn player, and you're left with an overwhelmingly climactic crescendo from I effing love you to I would love to have you are so beautiful. And all I want to do is listen to your flute section as your eyes roll over my image performing 7 figure eights through the deep tunnel of soul. And I play my snare drum like a pro, don't you know? Tap, 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 tap. The earth spins on the bass drum's axis while you spread your musical notes across my stomach with pursed lips serving the purpose of a wordsmith, writing existing instruments, side notes in the margin jotted in perfect working cursive. I remember back when my percussion teacher would tell me I didn't practice enough, as if I missed more 16th notes than I let myself hear, because as he gave me constructive criticism, I just blew him off and was like, nah, I play my snare drum like a pro, don't you know? But man, I'm glad I was pushed to work on the bells, just so I could learn simple music reading. And those timpanis taught me how to speak in a lower language. Even though I didn't think they could actually hear what I was pretending to play behind the big band, I found out over time that when played right, the percussion section can be the backbone of an ensemble. So now, I keep your beat. And the dubs only climb command from the clarinet section. The tuning of drums is only as important as the scale to which the pitch is perfected. I'm humbled by your friendship and reminded that the big band pieces are only as powerful as the unity of 1,000 individuals. And sometimes, on purpose, for no apparent reason, out of left field, love slows down to the tempo of a cooling and confidently insecure and tender moment, where you can whisper strings of secrets across a sea of silence produced by random thought and tongue control. I used to think simply because I played percussion, I didn't need fine-tuning on the mechanics. The way the conductor would say, hey, you gotta work on your fingering, kid. But it ain't as dirty as it sounds, love, because the hard work pays off in the end. And a symphony called You, and a concerto called Us, and an audience appropriately titled God. I'm humbled by your friendship, and reminded that I play my snare drum like I love it. And you know, as well as all crafts go, as well as the art of love and the art of music, that I can play my snare drum, but I've got a lot of work to do. So don't let my faults hurt us, baby. I'm practicing, that's all. Let the French horn flaws take us to the final movement, where it's you and I under the spotlight, witnessing a moment only reminded with the reflection of death in this moment, in this minute, in this second, on this stage, with these words, and that's why I will miss you when you're gone.